Chapter 8. Derek's POV. I love my girlfriend and chosen mate, Piper Lowell. As I continued to pump in and out of her, her moans got louder and louder. I am glad most of our dorm is still in the training area that we just snuck away from. She is a very attractive girl with brown hair and soft brown eyes. At 5'9", she is thin, but she has a nice ass. I continue to work her after I flip her onto her knees, so I can go in further from this position, and I stop for a second and push her knees further out, and then press her shoulders down towards the bed. I grip her hips, and I start at a vigorous pace. I can tell she likes this new position, as she quickly gets to where she was before I stopped and changed positions with her. Piper is always enthusiastic when we have sex, and today is no exception. We were supposed to drive up and get to my pack tonight, but I didn't feel like going just yet, as half the dorms were empty. We could spend today together in my dorm, as my roommate left yesterday. We will head out in the morning and still get there by 1 p.m. It is only a 3-hour car ride. I lean forward and grab the front of her shoulder with my right hand, and use my left hand to apply pressure to her clit as I keep my aggressive pace. Piper lets out a long, low moan, and then calls my name out, and when she came, I felt her vaginal walls tighten up on my dick, milking me of all my cum. I gently pulled out and then lay onto my side and pulled her into me. We are both breathing hard, and I feel very relaxed. Piper backs up to me and then pulls one of my hands up from her waist to cover her breasts and then says, "That is more like it." I remember the day I met her 8 months ago when we started alpha training. I noticed her because I'm an ass man. When she was bent over to pick up her paperwork, she had dropped onto the ground. It turns out her pack was right next to our pack, and she is the only child of Alpha August Lowell and Luna Olive Lowell of the Riverbed pack. Our packs are only 4 hours by car, but in wolf form, you can run straight across from one pack to the other in about an hour and 5 minutes. I was sleeping with Piper and a few other girls from alpha training, but when Dad heard me mention her name when I came to visit at Christmas, he wanted to speak to me about her. He knew that whoever she was mated to would be the next alpha, and he wanted us to enlarge our pack lands by merging the packs. She found out her mate was just an Omega before she came to alpha training, so she rejected him. Her father and mother told her that an Omega was not fit to lead and would not be able to run the pack properly, as he was never trained to fight, and would never be able to protect her in a fight. Piper was fine with rejecting him, as he ended up leaving the pack soon after she rejected him. His loss was my gain, though. I am fucking this girl, and soon to take over both my pack and hers, and we will have increased our pack size by over double right when I take over. I am really happy about it, and Piper is really happy with me. Dad said to make sure I stop with the other girls right now until I get her locked down and marked. She had already rejected her mate. Now all I had to do was reject mine when I found her. But I already knew who it was, and I thought about her a lot. Gabby Emerson was my mate, and she was absolutely beautiful. I get hard again thinking about Gabby, and I turn over towards Piper and lift her leg up, and slide right back into her warm heat. She had nodded off, but soon woke up to my slow strokes. I had one arm curved underneath her, and I reached down and started pulling and pressing on her clit. She likes it when I do hard circles on her clit, when she is near her finishing, and I listened to her breathing, and knew she was getting close to coming soon. I bore down on her clit and started thrusting harder into her, and she started shuddering, and then screamed out my name and finished a few strokes later. I lowered her leg and let her get some sleep. That was only going to take the edge off me just for a little while. My mind drifts back to Gabby and the guilt creeps back in. I treated her badly. My dad didn't like us playing together when we were children, as he really didn't like Omegas. He thinks that they are worthless, and he won't change his mind about that. I really liked Gabby growing up, and I felt a special attachment to her and always had fun around her. Then Heather decided that she wanted to play with me, and she got mad when I told her to leave us alone. Her mom complained to my mom, but Mom let us keep playing together. Her dad, though, got hold of my dad and made a big deal about me spoiling Gabby, and Dad went off. I was not allowed to play with Gabby anymore. Dad had used his alpha command on me to not play or speak with Gabby. When I was a sophomore and Gabby was a freshman, she had said hi to me once in the hallway, and I reacted horribly. Heather, however, really enjoyed it, and she used that to springboard others into bullying and hurting Gabby. Heather was mad at Gabby for me turning her down on playing with us. She couldn't get me back because she wanted to be Luna, and she couldn't hurt the future Alpha. But she has been after Gabby ever since. I have seen what she has done, and I still hear what she is doing. That is going to be the only good part of me going back home, as she will see that she will never be my Luna. I know she set Gabby up some way for the shirt-stealing incident, but Heather's argument made sense. Gabby had never taken anything before or since, but Dad always took a ranked member's word before an Omega's. I have no idea why. I went easy on Gabby with her punishment, but Heather wanted to do the last 2 strikes of the 5 strikes that Dad swore Gabby had earned. Heather completely destroyed Gabby's back with how she snapped the whip. All 5 of the silver hooks flared out, and it hurt me to watch it. Gabby's back was bleeding and ruined. The next day at school, Heather had run over to hit Gabby, as no one thought she had a wolf. She had never shown herself, and we all thought that she might be wolfless. When Heather connected with what should have been Gabby's shredded back, she just stumbled forward but did not cry out. Heather hit her pretty hard. I don't know why she is so spiteful to Gabby, but she is. She completely hates her in her misspent anger over her jealousy of me. Gabby was healed, and Heather started a rumor that Gabby was a witch. That will be the downside. See, I know that tomorrow is Gabby's birthday. I don't know if I can avoid her all day, but she lives in the pack, and I can't dodge her forever. I will have to see her sometime, but I need to have Piper in there as the Luna before Gabby realizes that we are mates. It is still going to kill her. She is being betrayed by me, with me taking a chosen Luna instead of the one that the goddess gave me, so she is going to be hurt again by me. I heard my phone ping and I turned over to see who it was. Piper is asleep again, and I see it as my beta that I have just assigned to take over, as I will be Alpha soon. Now that I have a mate, I will be taking over our pack as well as Piper's as soon as I graduate. I have asked Justin to look out for Gabby for me, as word had gotten back to me from several sources that Heather and her friends have really been abusing Gabby. I can't do anything from 200 miles away, but I did have Justin kind of keeping an eye out when he could. I read the text, and I cannot stop the growl that leaves my throat. That piece of shit. I am gonna kill Jack. Gabby almost got raped, and my dad did nothing about it. What kind of bullshit is this? The way Dad runs things is horrible. It's like we're living in the Stone Age. I am gonna make changes when I am Alpha. I will also warn Jack that he had better never touch Gabby again. I will Alpha command him or get Dad to do it if I need to. Dad can make me marry for the betterment of our pack, but I plan on taking Gabby into staying with me, maybe being my mistress, as I do love her and want to have pups with her. I will make her a good offer. I will explain to her that I am only mating with Piper for the betterment of our packs. I would choose Gabby. I do care for her a lot, but Dad is right. I cannot mate with an Omega. She will only be good enough to have pups with, but the pups I will have with Piper will be the ones to take over the pack when I go to retire, and they have met their mate or made a chosen mate like I am. I close my eyes and see Gabby's long dark hair and piercing blue eyes that are absolutely beautiful. Her large breasts, slim waist, and that ass. It is even better than Piper's ass, and Piper has a great one. I started to get hard again, but Piper is asleep, and I don't want her to suspect that I am thinking of other girls when I am with her. I told Piper that I would reject my mate, and I would. I will just make sure that Gabby takes on the position of being my mistress. That way, I still have her in my life. I am not giving her up. I wanted her, and I knew she was saving herself for her mate. I think of that son of a bitch Jack, and I know why he was after her, to take her virginity. She must have been terrified. I can't believe Dad told Justin that he should not have hit Jack. He definitely should have, according to Justin. Mom went in ahead of him and was shocked as well. I will get it all straight when I get home. I will take care of Jack and his two asshole friends first. Then tell Dad to leave Gabby alone. Then I will set Gabby down and explain to her why I need to reject her, for the good of the whole pack. She used to love me when we were kids. She will again. I know how badly it hurt her to lose me. That time I choked her was an accident. I didn't mean to do it, but I couldn't control myself. It was the Alpha command that my dad did. I still feel bad about it to this day. I will wait until I become Alpha and then explain it to her, because unless Dad lifts it, and I already know that he won't, I cannot break it to tell her, especially if he knows that she is my mate. My only option is to wait until I am Alpha, so I won't be under Alpha command anymore. I turned over and went to sleep. I will protect Gabrielle. She will see that I still love and care for her. I just can't claim her, as I have always dreamed of having a large and powerful pack. I will be having a large pack house built in between the two packs for me and my family, and Gabby, to live in and house our children in. That way, it would only be a 30-minute run in wolf form to get to either pack. My plan is perfect, and I hope that both of them can learn to live with each other. Piper will have the title, but Gabby will have my heart.